Hi, everyone. So today's session is a familiar saying in Yoga and Ayurveda, um, shining the light of awareness. Um, I like to think of it as if we have a stage, and the spotlight is that light, but you are the ruler of the spotlight as much as you are on stage. And so when you shine the light of awareness on certain parts, you can hone in on something, or you can have a global awareness where the spotlight is spread completely outward. So it's less sharp. And we fluctuate with that throughout our practices of meditation, no matter who's practicing. And I often refer to the Dalai Lama only because of the privilege of having attended one of his sessions years ago. But he has a global field of awareness, and he affects his surroundings quite significantly as he walks through groups. And so that as we grow our field of awareness, we also change those people that we come within contact for. So generally, an arm's distance away is as far as our real full awareness can grow until we become much more discerning. So today we're using, as usual, the breath, and to welcome the breath as a significant factor in discovering how you are. It is a thermostat to how we are in any given moment. So finding your breath now. When we find our breath, we do not need to change it, but you are bringing the spotlight into where you feel your breath in this very moment. And it is perfect for what you need. And now, very quickly, we shift into bringing the light of awareness into the situation of your body. That I would like you to, if you are sitting, lengthen through your spine by pressing down through the pelvis. And if you are laying down, just to feel that you are well supported underneath you. And for all of us to lengthen through our neck. And the neck starts just underneath the gullet, back or front. And it's that lifting up internally through the neck. So it actually opens out through our jaw. And this allows us to breathe better. And then as soon as I say it, you're all breathing through your nose and noticing that there's a lift. We become inspired as we breathe better. So not changing your breath. We're not doing a lesson on breathing today, but to know that it is better to breathe with your belly moving according to me and my perceptions of yoga and Ayurveda. It is one of the best tools. The belly only needs to reflect a little bit of the breath. And there are many, many ways of breathing, but we can do that on any sort of other format for everyone. And when you're ready, you close your eyes. If you don't like closing your eyes, you can look at the tip of your nose. The basic beginnings of any meditation practice is awareness. And a long-term factor of meditation is sustainable long-term awareness. The benefit of any meditation practice that's over 3 minutes is sustainable global awareness of our whole being. So to come into your breath through the format of your body, breathing better in whatever way that works for you. And as you remain in that still space, where your mind could be very active or very sleepy or very alert and focused, it is most important every morning that we sit, afternoon or evening, that we bring in a field of non-harming or compassion. They're they're on the same level. There's just some different factors with each. If we do not bring in compassion or non-harming, we begin to force, push, desire, recreate instead of allowing creation. So non-harming and compassion are an opening, a space to grow in. And meditation doesn't work without that. So as you sit, you've probably noticed that you have a lot of mind activity, or it can bring up other things when we stop. And the reason most people do not pursue or sit with meditation is because it is difficult to be still as if we were our own best friend. But I have looked at it and changed my view of it as I am sitting and giving myself the time I do give my best friends. I listen, I sometimes respond, but mostly I'm there because I care. I care enough to hear their story. So this is a great gift you offer yourself. And it is, as John Kabat-Zinn would say, a radical act of love. So it can be nice afterwards to write a few words down if something came up that continues to plow its way through your time. Sort of like if you're sitting talking to your best friend and a seagull keeps trying to come and steal your food off the plate. That thought continues to come to try and pick at your space, your freedom. And just be with it. That's all I'm going to ask you to do. To allow the compassionate heart to open to the seagull that is determined to find food and fodder, which is what our personality mind is doing. It is trying to find a response that gives what we are seeking, which is a reaction. But you are already responding with silent stillness and a trust that this is one very tiny, minute part of you desiring strong attention. And it's funny that I'm always pointing to the heart, strong attention, and it is heart attention. So now, just as we're coming to the halfway mark, I ring the bell and I give you a few minutes without me yammering on. And I give it to myself as well. So find your breath and allow it to fill as much as you want. And then pause it to a count of 1 or 2 and then breathe out and allow that exhale to be the same length as your inhale or a little bit longer. And then we will begin. I do interject in the 15 last minutes, but not as much as the first 15. So your cue is you're shining the light of awareness in the still space that you hold for yourself with kindness and compassion and a non-harming attitude. That light of awareness helps us to grow beyond our reactions and helps us to stay and make time for our inner strength, our integrity, and our personal power. And so now you can add a tool, if it will help you, to label the interference. And the more basic labels are good at the beginning. And as you get used to the labels, you can be more specific. But some that are popular are a list, work, chores, judgment. And a big one is didn't do, must do, which is actually a list. And when we label them, these thoughts that are trying to get us to move, remember, it is another part of our personality mind making demands to pull us off this seat of the light of awareness, trying to take us away from our truth. And we all have the time every day, 21 minutes, 30 minutes out of 24 hours. So I've realized I can't always trust those desires when they come as I sit. I know I can't trust them in those moments, but it's good to list them because it kind of helps them recede a bit. But you always welcome them. You don't block them, at least not yet. There is other work that can be done. That's your tool for today and tomorrow as you continue for about 7 minutes. And I wonder now, could you bring in a lot of kindness and watch if you furrowed your brow? Maybe you've gone down a different hallway than the one that you were sitting in. So it is to appreciate those moments where we do wander off, because they become reminders that we have left this quiet space where calmness and clarity reside. There is no pressure here. And so it's a bit of a tango as you step carefully between the cracks of the personality mind and the wholeness of our discernment and our wisdom. And the thing is that the personality mind does eventually begin to get closer and closer to our wisdom. But there is that little gap at the start. And sometimes it comes later on. I can vouch for that. So just sit and breathe for the last moment or two. And just thanking yourself for arriving for this practice today. And as you breathe in, allow every cell in your body to have a hint of a smile. And as you breathe out, letting go of anything you don't really need today. And thank you for joining me. Ask questions. I will be in touch tomorrow. And the video, I will send the link later on. Bye for now. Lots of love.